the video.
It's a defense of Limbus Company.
What?
Because somehow
Why are you defending?
people have decided,
Hi, Peace.
you know what? This gacha game
How are you doing?
that is finally doing something gacha related, we don't like that. Once again proving gacha players hate the gacha in it. Now, before we carry on, let's dive a little bit deeper into the topic first. Now, as you can see right here, I have over 440 hours, which is it a lot? Yes.
Those are rookie numbers. What is my numbers at? And I've only been playing for what, a month? What are my numbers at? I've barely been playing over 2 months and I already have 213. Sir! Rookie numbers! Good. I'm glad you're doing well, Peace. You can't leave anymore today, Peace. You're chained here. I'm gonna bite you. You're always leaving before I can say hi. I finally caught you this time. Hi, Kiri. Waiting to clock in. Graham, you can do it. Get that money so you can give me brownies. Of course. Anything that helps you, Sue. And to help you. Brah.
Do I have a problem? Yes. Am I going to fix it? Nah, probably not. I want to bring your attention to the reviews, because this is where the big contentious point is. Limbus Company is a gacha game, but I will keep saying does not feel like a gacha game. And we'll dive into that very soon. This is the first time they've had a true limited gacha-esque feel to them. I'm of course talking about the Limbus Arknights collaboration. Now if we keep scrolling here, you'll see a lot of negative reviews. Like, I like this one actually. I'm just going to show this because it's pretty funny. You'll find a lot of reviews like this. I get that this collab is part of Project Moon trying to make money, which they have always been open and upfront about, by the way. They've always been open, honest. KJH, the CEO of Project Moon, has always
He
said,
has not! The best VTuber is Saba.
we want to make money. Hopefully you support us. Okay? At first I was excited because as it was Arknights, one of the games I like, so I thought, well, if I can't exchange, fine, whatever. But I didn't expect these 3 egos to be so hard to extract. There are 4 egos, by the way. One of them, which is a really good one, by the way, obviously, is free. By free, I'll show very quickly what I mean by that. And here it is. You just go in, you get 1,000 of the reward exchange, and you, yeah, problem solved. Like, okay? It's that simple.
Okay, he probably plays a lot. He already has both of these. I'm still doing my thing.
So that's one
Hi,
down out of 3.
Stark!
I want to bring your attention to this comment here, because it's a thumbs
Is
up.
YouTube spazzing now?
Okay, after my own experience pulling on the banner, I do think that I dislike the direction that PM is taking Limbus in terms of monetization. This is dangerously ignorant. This is so... It's so harmful to the reputation.
I'm gonna have to agree with the commenter. I don't like the way things are starting to look. Do I know that they need to make money? Yes. But I think there's a way you can balance that. Because I don't want all of them. I just wanted 1 or 2. But the rates are so low that I had to been saving for a month before this. And I still didn't get anything. If I still don't get anything by the end of the event, that'll be almost 2 months where I saved. Basically, and didn't get it. That's a little egregious. I would say they don't need to change much. I don't think. Maybe slightly... For these events, lower the pity system to maybe 15 or something. Something Like, you can keep your rates the way they are, just slightly lower the pity for events so that people can at least get one. Because, like, a new player, they're not going to be able to get one. A new player is going to be completely shafted unless they pay. And I think you want the people that are super dedicated to you and have the money to get to use their money. You don't want your basic players and your free-to-play players to suffer for that, though. It's the phone app horrible? Yeah. Phone apps are typically kind of eek. I would say Will's not here right now. He'd have a better opinion since he's played this game since the beginning and he has a better, like, idea of everything. I've played a lot of gotchas though, so I feel like I have a tiny bit of knowledge here. I think they're both right. The person that's played 600 hours and the person that's making the YouTube video. Both are right in their own way. I'm thinking it needs to be met halfway. There are people that, like, well, they need money. They don't exactly, like, do a lot of things that would get them lots of money. And they need to pay for all of this. And these, like, all his devs and him need to get money. Because, like, they're not doing this for free. They can't. I don't know this guy. This is the first time I'm reacting to him, Alec. And then... But I wanted to react to it because I saw it pop up on my For You. And it was about something that I had an opinion on. Is he like Tectone V2? Is he? Well, that's fine. I'm not really reacting to the person. I'm reacting to the video. They just look alike. Oh, okay. But he has hair. But yeah, like I was saying, I think both are right. The free-to-play players should be respected just as much as the paid player, because your free-to-play player is the reason the paid player is there. But, hey, Mark, how are you doing? But like I was saying, I say for these events, if you're going to have this such a low rate, and it's going to be a one-time thing, make sure your players, even your free-to-play players, have a chance to at least get one. Make sure your players at least can get one. Even if they're free-to-play. I would say maybe... Not too low, because if you lower it too much, you'll run into the same issue of no one's going to buy anything. Like, the people that super save should be rewarded just as much as the paid players.
Dwagon.
I would say 15. It feels like... Because I'm almost to 15, and I saved a little under a month. If I spent the rest of my arc, I could probably get it if it was 15. Because I'm at like 95, 94. What I'm saying is basically, don't punish your free-to-play players. Because they are almost always gonna be your majority. Thank you for the sub-enders! Gosh.
Kiri_DRAG01.
That's Enders, Kiri.
OMG, a BR.
They got that platinum sniper rifle out. Going bang. You're not subbed. Bang. You're not subbed. But I say both are right. I see that the people that argue that, well, they need to make money. And I see the people that are like, well, I can't get anything. Both should be respected in their own way.
I'm going to explain.
Like, the free one already is a lot. But at the same time, you should know that a lot of people are going to want the ones on the banner. Most of them are going to want more than one. So you don't need to worry about giving away one in the banner. So that's why I say lower the threshold for the pity on those event banners. If you're going to do it the same way all the time, lower the pity. Personally, I would say go to 10. But I don't know if that's too low. I don't know their analytics. That's why I say maybe 15. Because if their analytics are pretty bad, probably 15. But if they're like pretty good, I'd say going to 10 would actually benefit you more than 15. Because more people would get the one. And that would, what you don't realize is, what I'm suggesting is do the hook method. Get that one from the banner. And more people are tempted to spend more. Because they're like, oh, I'm almost to another one. That's the mentality. You're getting the gacha spender people to spend more while also helping the free-to-play players that just want one. Because some people just want to feel like they got something out of the event that they earned. The free one that you can get with 1,000 points, it kind of fits that niche, but most of the time that doesn't actually affect them too much. If it wasn't there, they definitely feel it. But because it's there, it feels like a pity. And a lot of people don't like that. They love that they got it, but at the same time, they really want one off the banner. Like, this is my problem with Grand Summoners when I play it. They used to give you one character. Because they'd release like 6 characters from events, usually. Or something like that. They'd give you a luck character and then a free ticket for another character. And most people that saved would get another character past that. Or at least get them a duplicate. But they can't do that now because one, you almost never get a free ticket anymore. And there is no luck character. So what do the free-to-play players have to do for the events? Because my thing is, I'll pull once. Because I get the 50 paid currency for $1. Then I wait for the 25 sale for the half off spins. And I'll spend one time. I spend all my currency on the events I really want, but I'll spend one time. If I don't get a character, I log off. And I'll log on just for a few seconds to get my dailies and log in rewards. And then I'm gone. Whereas, if I get a character, especially one that I like, I'll be on for the next almost month. Training up that character, getting some of the event currency, trying to get as much of the event items as I can. Because I'll feel like I'm wanted in this event. I'll feel like there's a reason for me to do this event. Because I'll have the increased percentage. I'll have a chance to get everything. I won't have to grind like 24 hours on a mobile game. Which I'm not going to do. But I'm more incentivized to do it. Because I have the event character. That's what this event kind of did wrong, is it made it so hard to get the event character, which made it really hard to get the currency for the free stuff. Like, a lot of people are going to want the 120%. I just want the 80%. But I want the 40% early. I had to do the entire map to get my 40%. I was going to do it anyways, but that's because I'm a streamer. And I enjoy the game a lot. But, people that really enjoy the game are going to want the 40 early. Hi, No Rest Dragon? Of course not! We out here grinding!
explain why right now. We load Limbus up.
We love it.
We go to the extract, which is your wishing. As you'll see here, here's a really great character for a burn team, or just in general. I like this. There's a lot of... Better yet, let's go on probabilities. You can see who you can get. So here is just some of all the egos, the IDs you can get.
My only issue with these banners is all the 2s and 3s are also included. So sometimes you get gaslit into thinking you're going to get a good character and you get a bad character.
Keep going, we keep going. There's just a lot you can get, and the ones here have exchange up. Not once has anyone ever been forced to summon on a banner. This is the first time it has happened, okay? Because you have this thing here called the dispense.
But here's the other issue, what he's not thinking about. He's not thinking about the free-to-play players. We're thinking of adding one of those, Ari, but it's going to be expensive. Because you got to realize, I don't like ending stream. It's a Boka da Bokan! Hi, Shizu. But the idea is you're hurting your free-to-play players, and you're hurting your casual players. And those are the majority. You shouldn't hurt them too much. Like, yeah, you need to make money, but you also need to balance that with your satisfaction of your players. That's what I've been saying. And you're ignoring that.
Wrong. Let me just...
Dude is just now level 59. I'm already level 50. Pick it up, buddy. WoW win?
To explain real quickly that...
You'd have to pay me to play that.
Strength!
Consume the water! Post the chat!
What will I do?
Coco?
Maybe
Are we gonna
I
play
will
today?
wait 1 week for them to come in to here.
Me, Shizu, and
Obviously,
Coco
today?
today?
I've already got my Season 6 IDs. Season 5, it's like, okay, I'll just wait for Season 7, then it will come. Here's what it is. Here's the problem. Every single unit that happens on the target extraction
It's
banner
expensive to play
goes into the
WoW.
dispensary. So
I'm thinking of playing
like
Final
this,
Fantasy, though.
I dislike the direction that PM is taking Limbus in terms of
I'm thinking of
monetization.
starting it soon,
That's
actually.
what I mean by ignorant. It's assuming they're going to do this further down the line in the future.
All I'm saying is, to make the event better, lower... Like, you're still going to be forced to summon, but there'll be less pressure on new players and less pressure on the people that don't get to save that much. No, you're dead? You can't be dead. Not allowed. Get in here.
I don't know why... I don't know why I'm so heated about this. And I think it's because Limbus...
That's the main reason I'm not interested that much in WoW. It's the whole gold thing. Coco? Strayed before I was awake? Coco, you're dead to me.
is one of
Dead to me. Dead to me.
the...
Dead to me.
the best gachas out there for not having gacha. Like, sure, do I want to spend money sometimes to get the ID there and then? Yeah. But you can also wait 1 week. The only difference is this is the first time it's happened. Now, let me go over here real quick. Let me show you something. I have, obviously, the new ego here from the reward exchange. I've got Faust's command meltdown over here.
You got it in 30 and 39 pulls. I don't want to hear crap. Because he's not, like, feeling the thing everyone else is feeling that can't get it. You got extremely lucky and got one within 39 pulls. Do I mention how many pulls it took for Will to get them all? That'll infuriate all the gacha players. He got them in 45 pulls. He got all of them. All of them! You were hunting wabbits? You need to hunt with me, though. Think of the paddlies, Chaos.
And then, the one I really wanted, and I went to hard pity for this, Unbrilliant Glory. By hard pity, I mean, I had to exchange
Wait, how many pulls did you actually do for him?
it over here. Which let's be honest.
Here's the thing. I want this one and this one. Of all of these, I want this one the most, though. This one I kind of want because it's very good. But this one because Dragon.
I don't get the Honglu ID. Oh, sorry, the Honglu ego within this time. Or before 200. I'm just going to shard it. Now, you're probably thinking, but we've only just got it now. It's only been like 2-3 days since the collab. Like, it's unreasonable to save that much money. Let me break that down for you. Very simply, very easily.
What he's doing is he coming from a place for someone that's played way more. And has already been playing before the collab happened. I didn't know much about the collab until later. When I was mentioned to me, I was like, oh. And I started saving then. Like, I still kind of spent on the banners and got lucky. Some and then unlucky others. So I saved a rough amount. But had I known earlier, I'd probably have saved a lot more. I wouldn't have done some of my little extra summons I did. Jimkin! No! Chicken! Chimpkin!
Here's the announcement trailer from 10 months ago.
I didn't know about this. I didn't know about this. A lot of new players aren't going to know about this. Or if they did, they started then. So they had 10 months to save up and stuff.
We've known for 10 months ahead of time.
That is the truly dedicated players that started then. And they could save up then. But here's the thing. There was a lot of really good characters there also. Some of which you're going to pull for.
Hey, here's a truly limited collaboration warp that you are probably going to want to get. And only now that it is here, after 10 months of prep time, 10 months of going, I'm just going to save my lunacy so I can dispense the characters I really want a week after their initial release. Now I will complain that the rates are garbage. Yes, they are garbage. They want money. They've been upfront with this. And all the reviews saying, I can't believe Project Moon are doing this. Yes, you can. They're a company first and foremost. What do company want before a player's trust? They want money. Project Moon aren't Hoyoverse where it's the units are going to be power creep within a week. Okay?
That's true. I will say this. These aren't going to be power cracked for a long time. Most of their characters are pretty balanced and... I can hear some people coughing about Faust, but... She's my waifu, shut up.
And it baffles me that I have to make this video. It really does. Because people will just not even leave a review. They'll just thumbs down. And it sickens me.
At least leave a review. I will say that. I will say that you've got 1,500 hours. The very least you can do is like express it without just a thumbs down. Because a thumbs down doesn't leave anything for them to like understand at what truly is the problem. All I'm saying is the way to make both happy is slow, like just for the events, tiny reduced to the limit. Like to the, and you can even like, you can basically, if you want to make it for all banners, just lower the pity just a tiny bit. Is the pity really generous already as compared to other games? Yes. But the way this game works, it's kind of harder to save from what I can tell because so many banners come out. I would say lowering the pity just a tiny bit would do a lot. It would gain a lot of thumbs ups and reverse a lot of people's opinions. Because at least it'd show at least you understand, yeah, this was kind of last minute that I I don't know if they said before that it would never come back. Just have self-control. Some people can't. Some people don't have that inhibitor in them. Then there are other people that have gambling problems. See, my issue is I just really want the character. I'll be fine. I'll be a little bummed that I didn't get the character. I'll be sad, but at the end of the day, as long as I don't see them too much, I'll get over it eventually. But there are some people that that's not an option. There are some people that will quite literally go into debt. That's how you know I don't have a gambling problem or something. I won't go into debt to get these characters. Some people will. Some people will literally take out loans to meet the banners. Yeah, Oak, you make a good point. And that's what I was going to say is, that's why I said slightly lower the rate. At least give people a chance to get one of the banner ones. Like, I won't say, like, anything past that, because from what I can tell, almost all of them are pretty similar in power. So, like, there's no, like, argument that, what if they get the bad one? Or you could do, like, Grand Summoners does. It used to, at least. They used to give one little ticket to say, hey, here's your, try your luck to get your one character. If you get the one you want, cool. Because there are the people that always are going to spend money. They're always going to go all in on that banner. I don't say do that right now because so many people have saved so much. You're going to have to release a lot of banners to catch up. But a good way to fix this is just lower the pity by a tiny bit. Like, yeah, I know I'm vocal about when I don't get a character or something. That's why I quit Genshin. We didn't get the characters. Hopefully, Wu-Wa will get one of the characters that'll get me to come to it.
Really does. Over 1,000 hours, 1.5 hours, and the only thing...
See, that's how I prove to y'all that I'm not a gambling addict. I'll give the game a few chances to give me a character I want. If I don't get it, I'm gone. Goodbye. And that timer goes down to 0 every time I get one of my characters. You get about 3 banners. If I don't get a character by the 3rd banner, that's an issue. That means your rates are trash.
They can say is that.
I would say by the 2nd banner, honestly. 3rd banner is usually a game I really like, and I don't want to give up. 2 is for a new game or a game that hasn't really earned my love.
How about...
Right now, Star Rail is my 3 banner. ZZZ is a 3 banner, because I like them both. Limbus doesn't enough feel like that, so I get, like, it's got 2 more banners. Because, well, it's got 1 more banner, so it's not on the chopping block anytime soon. Yeah. I agree with you on that one, Oak.
I'm to take that seriously.
What's crazy is Riot was amazing for their monetization before as they are now. Because it used to be just cosmetics. But then they ruined the cosmetics side and made it gacha.
Daka Bragan.
Time limited stuff is way too hard to obtain, Kim Jae-hoon. Once again, we've had 10 months to prep for this.
Only you have, or only the people that knew about it have. They didn't really announce it big enough to justify that. It's a YouTube video that some people didn't even know about. Even if they started playing around then, if they weren't enough interested in Limbus to go on the YouTube, they wouldn't know. You can't use that excuse. That is not an excuse. If not everyone in the game knows about it coming in 10 months, it understands that this was going to be a limited banner, they're not going to save the same as if they did. And they're going to feel cheated. Have my fangs gotten bigger? Maybe.
We have a month to go before it disappears.
We do have a
It's
month.
fine the way it is. This is the first time it's happened.
We do have a month to go
Everyone
before
has
it
a
is.
right to complain. Okay.
That's what I'm waiting to hear him say. Everyone has the right to complain. Do I agree with him on the just leave it a thumbs down is kind of shitty? Yes. What do you mean at least it's not breasts? I'm adding a breast toggle in my next model. I swear.
Has a right to complain, dislike the things that they don't like. But a purist where they're just players wanting to play a fun game. And that's what Limbus is.
I would say that. Yeah, it's a good game. It's fun.
It's a
I
difficult
love that you quoted that.
game. It's a challenging game. It's
No context at all. Just that.
rewarding. It's fun. It's just a great time. And it saddens me that people will just go, here's the first thing.
I love that some of my quotes are just, a lot of my quotes are just no context. I've said this before. And if anyone like just searches my, like, does quote, exclamation point quote, they'll get some of the wildest things I've said. And they'll be like, Boca! Boca! Context! Context, Boca!
Thing I don't like about the game is dying. The game is dead.
I don't think it's dying.
This collab doomed Limbus, apparently. And just this one. The game design gets worse with every event. The gameplay's gotten to the point where watching paint drying on a wall is pretty much the same experience. That's just not true.
It's not true. I will say this, though. They're definitely going to have to start releasing stronger characters. Because they're getting bosses that are starting to, like, wall even the best characters. Like, you gotta really min-max everything. That night fight, if that's a hint on how things are gonna be, you're gonna need to release better characters. The only reason I did so good is I had all the full team of Rupture, like, Heishos as my team and stuff. I had like a fully kitted out team, and I got some crazy lucky rolls a few times, and I set up perfectly and everything. And even then, I lost people right at the end.
That's just not true.
Because they just didn't have the HP. They didn't have the defense.
Gameplay is so engaging.
That's what the Heishos are known for, is
new event
glass
is
cannon
spectacular.
power.
That's coming out pretty soon, a non-story review of the event. And spoiler warning, it's positive. It's before I got all the egos. I had to borrow someone's ID just to really know what I'm working with. And even then, I didn't really use it that much. But the issue lies in the gacha system. Simply, it is unforgiving. The fact that you can pull 400 times from the collab banner and still potentially not be able to get the event egos is insane. This is just straight up misinformation, which I will once again correct by saying you can just exchange. After 400 wishes, you are guaranteed 2 of the egos. 600, absolutely, you get all 3. And that
But 400 is a massive ask.
is not just saying, oh, I got lucky. People will look at
I
this
definitely say so.
and say, wow, this gacha monetization is horrible. And that people
The
react to this.
monetization isn't horrible, but it's like
Be better.
unforgiving. I agree with the other person that said it was unforgiving. But he makes a lot of good points too. Definitely give him a like, guys. LemonadeGang. He only has 600 subscribers. Give him a subby if you liked his stuff. Yeah. We will cross blades, Coco, for my chimmies. My chimmy chicken. Right, this is Chibi reviews, obviously. But, there's some good news on the Japanese censorship front.
With a year that's just delivered continuous bad news after bad news after bad news, I could finally talk about some great news, because it seems like
Great news, everyone!
after payment processors have went on
And nothing's gonna explode, hopefully.
a rampage, destroying multiple companies, multiple creators, multiple artists, censoring
As you do, like you guys heard me when I said that it's definitely BlackRock working with Sony, and they're all these banks are a part of it, and they are trying to make the Japanese market look bad and make their market look good, so they can control it more. Hi, Oracle. I'm doing good. How you? But what's hilarious is, because the Japanese had enough, recently, you guys have probably heard that Crunchyroll is just gotten very bad at, like, getting stuff on time. I 100% guarantee you it's the Japanese are taking their sweet time giving it to them now, because they know that they were trying to work behind the scenes and, like, cripple their economy and stuff. So, like, yeah, we'll still let you buy this stuff from us, but we're gonna be very late about it. We're gonna let the pirates put you out of business, and we're gonna put you out of business too, because we're gonna have it up day one. As always, you're not gonna get it day one. You're gonna get it maybe 2 weeks down the line. We're just gonna pull our feet. Yeah, because the Japanese are. No, the Japanese aren't dumb. Most of them are smarter than most Americans. And they saw the exact connection I saw, which is, it's a little weird that the company that owns all this anime, is connected to this BlackRock, and y'all are controlling banks, and you guys started censoring us. That's a little weird.
the internet, and so many other things I'm probably forgetting
Yep,
about.
Japan being
Finally,
based
we
as
have
F.
a company, DL Site, that is standing up against payment processors and deciding to
They now have their own, basically, payment processor that they've created.
create their own payment system to be able to combat censorship and the attack on Japanese culture itself. So let's get right into this. DL Site has announced that it will begin offering a new payment method, Mina no Ginko Payment, as an alternative to credit cards. This is the news article link, which takes you right to here, which says begins offering a new payment method to replace credit cards, everyone's bank payment. This is an instant payment service that is directly connected to your account and can be used by linking your account with your Vivon ID in the smartphone complete digital bank Mina no Bank. So, to kind of clarify this in a more simplified term, basically, within Japan, there is this new service that obviously is being offered for DL Site, to where now you could just directly link, like, your bank or whatever to be able to purchase content on their site without worry about, let's say, credit card, debit card companies like Visa and MasterCard or PayPal basically strangleholding the site and forcing them to remove content, or their entire site just goes belly up, so to speak. So, more or less, this is amazing news, because this is kind of like the beginning of companies finally just having enough. Enough is enough, they're tired of it, and they're tired of the constant pressure of these foreign companies just wanting to control them and stop them from making legal business within their country.
It is
So
definitely
this is just
smart.
a massive step in the right direction. But I think I'm getting ahead of myself. First off, I probably should clarify kind of how we got here, but also what is DL Site, because there probably is a few people out there that have no idea what this site is and why it's such a significant move from this website. So DL Site They're a site that pretty much is
Hi,
stationed in
Chitu.
Japan. It's a
Yeah,
Japanese
right.
site that is all about manga, games, anime, audio, and more. And yes, they do have adult content as well. And so one of the big incentives for this alternative payment method instead of Visa and MasterCard is because they will now be able to legally house adult content without worry of payment processors coming in as like, you gotta send.
I like how it's wild that he said that. It's not that they're allowed to legally host it. It's that they're allowed to host it without being attacked again. Because it was always legal. But they were being attacked by literally another country's payment processors.
Answer this, but don't worry, we'll continue to sponsor Roblox, we'll continue to sponsor OnlyFans, and all the other stuff going on.
Yeah, like, huh? Like, how are you sponsoring all these other places and then you're gonna claim that this is the thing you stand on?
But we're gonna censor anime and manga content because it's icky to us.
Oh, and don't forget games too.
All in the name of brand protection and stuff. But yeah, so that is what DL Site is. But to give context how we got here, because there's definitely going to be some out there that probably don't know why this is such a big move for DL Site in just Japan in general. Basically, payment processors have been just going crazy for years now upon years. But it kind of starts like decades ago. But one of the big things that really got people to really start noticing was with the whole Patreon fiasco back in like 2017, 2018, to where there was a lot of just creators on Patreon that got debanked or completely removed overnight. And it effectively just changed the entire platform, which is why there's a lot of people that shifted away from Patreon and went to a bunch of different sites to be able to be donated to, like different artists and stuff, because Patreon no longer allowed certain content, so they just were left high and dry. That was kind of more or less the beginning where most people, I guess, started to realize. Not like the mainstream or everybody around the world, but at least in the creator space, that's when people noticed. Then, you fast forward a few years, you had Visa and MasterCard, they start, kind of hammering in on Japanese culture, they start censoring random different sites in Japan that house either adult content or non-adult content. They even went out of their way to censor a dating app.
Visa blocked your purchase for a pair of headphones? That's wild. Hi, Una. Morning. Blubbin, hi! Crunchyroll has rarely ever been good at anything, I'll be honest. I used to use it a lot, but my issue with it and why I started just, being a One Piece fan, as they say, is one, they would change the subtitles, or they would change the dubbing to not be accurate. Like, I would almost immediately tell them, like, that doesn't make any sense for a Japanese anime to even mention. Or, like, that's not how that character would talk. Or, added to the fact that they kept, like, slowly, like, shitifying it and stuff. And then I think the final straw was them taking away the comment section. That was kind of the final straw where I completely stopped using them. Like, I have an account that's crazy old. Because they're the ones that kind of pushed me into the One Piece fandom, basically. Not actually. I always loved One Piece, but have a good day. I'll see you after you get back. But what's hilarious is these companies don't understand is they're the reason pirating does so well. I mean, One Piece does so well is because they themselves make their product so unlikable.
In Japan, and the reason why that's so significant,
which, by the way, I learned last night, I'm never getting a new appliance. I will find the old version of the appliance if I want it. Because, good God, I don't want ads on my fridge. That would piss me off. I don't want news or ads.
Is anyone that knows anything about Japan knows that they have a overall crisis when it comes to having kids. For instance,
what's hilarious is apparently I'm not the only one that does this. The more times I see an ad, the less likely I am to purchase it. I actively put it in a never purchase section if I see it more than like 3 times. I see it once, I'll think about it. If it like interests me at all. But the second I see it twice, it gets put on a wait list. Every time you show me that ad, lessens the chance I ever get it. Because I actively will not purchase it the day I see the ad. Because I'll give it a few days. And then I'll think about it if I remember. But here's the problem. Ads make me actively not want your product. I seriously dislike them.
A population crisis.
Well, the only reason I'd want one of the like big fridges is so I've thought about using it to like order stuff. But after I've seen all the other stuff, I instantly don't want it anymore.
And it's a big deal over in Japan, and the fact that you have this foreign company like Visa, MasterCard coming in and debanking a dating app that's supposed to get like introverts out and about and trying to find someone that they love to be able to have like a family and stuff.
Which that is messed up. How dare you debank a dating site meant for introverts? Being an introvert myself, why would you do that? It's already so hard to get me outside.
Daka Bragan.
Like, why? What do you gain? What do you lose for help supporting that company? Who cares what people pay for? No one looks at the credit card company except for crazy people when they find out someone purchased something.
Is definitely a red alert, and it pissed off a lot of
Oh, you bought porn. I'm gonna be mad at the credit card. No, said no one ever.
Japanese people, and eventually, about within a few days, Visa, MasterCard and stuff, they redid what they did, and they allowed the dating app to have payments once again. But the point is that they are not just attacking adult content, just in general, they're going after everything they possibly can to kind of grip and gain control over the system. That's basically what it's been about for a very long time. And as another big detail added on to this, the reason why people are very upset is because the content they are censoring is legal content within all these different countries. It's a legal
100%.
transaction. There's nothing illegal about it. And the thing about this is that these companies should not be getting in the way of you being able to use your money if it is legal. They should be worrying about other issues, so to speak. And one of the big things they use is brand protection.
The only thing I care about a credit card company doing, or a debit card company doing, or a bank doing, when it comes to, like, brand protection, at least, is if I find out you're buying drugs with it. Like, illegal, illicit drugs. That's where I would be like, wait, your bank lets you do that? That would be the only time I even ever think about the bank when it regards a purchase. That and protecting me from fraud. So guess what? If it doesn't include those two things, I don't think you should have the right.
Let's be honest, I've talked about this already, but for those that don't know, when you use your card, like Visa, MasterCard, whatever, to make a purchase, let's say anywhere around the world, your first thought in your head is like, man, I can't believe Visa is allowing me to buy this right now, allow me to buy groceries or whatever. Your thought is not thinking about their brand. You're thinking about, oh, this is my money I'm using right now to purchase something. And the fact that Visa has butted into this conversation has now made their brand more damaged, I think, than anything else.
This has damaged their brand irreparably. Irreparably. Because now, I've been actively looking to see if there's like another place I could put my money. But hilariously, I use First Citizen, which I think is Visa. Yeah. I've been actively thinking about, like, because I am going to be going to the bank soon. Because I need to lock my savings account. Because I want to get a better rate and interest. Need to start doing that.
English be hard for Boca.
No, shut up. But I'm gonna see if they can get me onto a different payment processor. I'm gonna tell them that don't agree with what they're doing.
People look at them in a very negative way.
And I wonder what
which
my
is
bank
why
will start
this DL
doing.
site stuff is so important, because this
Because
is
my bank really cares about its customers. Like, everyone I tell says, my bank don't do that. I tell them my credit card, the chip got damaged in it and I can't purchase anything. They expedite it and shipped it that day. I got it the next day. Didn't pay a dime. Everyone else, you have to pay like $50 to expedite your card. Me, just mention, hey, it's hard for me to like make purchases and stuff. That's how, and I'm not even one of their like big bank. Like, I don't have a lot of money in there.
It's like the market for, against Visa, MasterCard,
I'm just like a
and
regular
stuff is kind of correcting itself or trying to fight back in some way. Now, there is some unfortunate news to this announcement, by the way, for DL site, which I do think needs to be talked about, so let's get into that. So, the sad thing about this entire news with DL site is that, from my understanding, it's just for Japan, which is still good news, don't get me wrong. It's very good news, because this means Japanese companies can still legally operate without worry of a foreign entity coming in and destroying them. But it is still sad news, because if you live outside of Japan and you don't have access, for instance, to this payment method, then you theoretically will not be able to use this payment method. You're still kind of locked out of making purchases with, like, your, let's say, debit or credit card if you're still using Visa or MasterCard or whatever. So that's still an issue. But I feel like if this kicks off the ground, it becomes more popular, there will be probably a lot more
It'll
companies
definitely
that
get very
will follow
popular.
suit, because it's like, there's been a lot of damage to so many companies, like Katakawa, for instance, literally called out payment processors like a few months back. I mean, we had damage to their overall systems when it comes to Nico. You mean, the recent stuff like a week ago with Manga Planet literally having to shut down their entire digital store, you're gonna piss off the wrong person eventually. Like, these payment processors will anger the wrong company that just does not care anymore, and they will find means to go around Visa and them if they need to. And I feel like that is the beginning. That's what we're seeing right now. We're starting to see that, because you gotta remember, Japan's already been getting hit by stuff like this for years at this point, for a very long time. It's not something relatively new that just started happening in 2025. It's been ongoing, and I've been covering this topic for a very long time. So it makes sense why this is happening in Japan first before anything else, but I do think that as this continues to progress, I could see stuff like maybe Steam eventually intervening and doing...
I 100% guarantee it's probably going to be... I don't guarantee you, but I 100% believe it'll be Steam next. Steam will create a platform, because that's just what they're known at doing now. And they'll make more money that way, too.
Doing something as well.
And they'll make it super customer friendly, and they'll just put all the others in the trash bin,
what
basically.
DL site is doing to be able to circumvent what they're kind of doing to their platform, and maybe Itch might jump in as well to also combat what's happened with, like, the gaming space. But yeah, I wanted to bring this news to everybody, because this is incredibly important news. This is some good news. I mean, it's not perfect news, but it is good news. This shows an escalation of fight.
This shows an escalation. It shows a intent now. It's a company that is now directly doing something that Visa and MasterCard are claiming they won't do because of standards and stuff. And, like, what will the people think? Look. Well, this place is doing it. Why can't you? Now they have someone coming in and, like, basically going in that little zone you just opened up and are like, I'm here.
Fighting back. This is actually the first real good news of fighting back, because the reason why this is significant is because there is now an alternative method. It's no longer you either choose Visa or MasterCard or PayPal, and if you don't follow the rules, you're just debanked, you can't make more money anymore, or you fight back against them and you just give stuff out for free. And as much as people like free stuff, at the end of the day, these companies do need to make money. So I'm glad to see that they're fighting back, and yeah, just great news. I just wanted to share this with all of you guys, because this is a rarity nowadays, at least for 2025. So yeah, hopefully all of you enjoy it. If you enjoy my content, please subscribe. It does help me out a lot. Leave a like on the video too, and also leave a comment. Helps with the algorithm and more people to see this video in their feed, and to spread awareness of what's going on, because this is good news. And I hope more people see this, because if more people find out about this, that means that other companies might get the same exact idea. But okay, be safe, stay healthy. Chibi out.
Chibi out. Like a phone, guys. Go give it a view.